Good day. Welcome to another market update edition for the last week of May. Let's look at what is BTC up to and how do we see the week ahead. So basically, like I said last week, we definitely would have hit all-time high, and that is definitely what have happened. As we can see, our last all-time high was about 109, and we managed to hit 111.7, I think, or 112. Let me see, how far did we go? But yeah, nonetheless, we did manage to hit basically the all-time high that I just mentioned. I did say we'll definitely would have a hit all-time high this week. We just missed the 112k mark, but yeah. So let's see what this week has for us. Let's just start on our monthly overview. Where am I? I lost everybody. Okay, here we are. So basically the month is closing in about 6 days, and as we can see, the last 2 months, this month and that month, is definitely a good green. It's not closed yet, but we still have about 6 days to go. But yeah, to me, not much will change. At the moment, we have a retracement, which is obviously welcomed, given that BTC just hit all-time high. That is obviously a psychological level that after that, then obviously we'll have a retracement. But if we just look at the overall move of BTC, you all gonna agree with me that BTC just looking for more all-time high is basically just pushing up. We can see this move that started in September 2023, and you just see it's creating most of the fair value gap are basically being left untapped starting this is August 2023, September actually 2023. This is left untapped, that is untapped. Okay, this one got obviously tapped by that, and as you can see the reaction from the market after tapping into here, it just pushed up, and then we created another one that we basically came to tap in Feb. So the Feb and March was basically tapping on the fair value gap that we created in November last year. And as you can see, one would have expected a fair value gap being created after this whole red candle. But as you can see, the market just went up again. So nothing have happened. So it's an indication that the momentum basically is all to the upside. And then we now have these 2 months that have a potential on the third month. We'll see how June does. But mostly I'm thinking June might be just a consolidation. It might not push up that much. It might be consolidation because this was a lot of momentum. So the market needs to just calm down, sit down again for some time and try to see what next. So for me, for June, we might hit from here now another all-time high, and then we'll start consolidating in that area. Then we just see on our weekly, we are not closed yet, but basically, let me just delete this one out. So basically, again, we created that one untapped. We created another one, basically at this point in time, still untapped. This week for me is a rejection from both sides. for which for me it makes me happy. It's not a one-sided thing, it's a rejection from one side. The momentum is still to the upside at this point in time if you have to look at it. So yeah, it's not worrisome at all for this week candle to close like this, which will close in about 3 hours. So for me, it's expected. I mean, it just hit all-time high. You would expect a little bit of retracement, and that retracement might we might still see this area over here. Except for some people, they are still looking at these areas down here, and even worse, some people are looking at stuff like 72. And I don't see why. I mean, for me, we have this fair value area here, which was tapped when we came for 74, and then we pushed up. At this point in time, I don't see why the market will want to come back in this area. Yes, that area maybe just coming to look for some momentum again to push up. It will be expected, but I mean, yeah, the market can be the market. It will sometimes do things that you don't expect, but from my analysis here down here, I don't see the reason why the market will come back in this same area here. I seriously don't see. I don't expect, if I see the market coming in this area here, then for me there's problems. We might see more down movement, but for now I'm seeing only maybe that area for retracement purposes, because the market really pushed up. For retracement purposes, come and hit in there, and then obviously hit another all-time high. So that is our weekly, and then we go on our daily. Now on the daily, is very interesting in a sense that, as you can see, when we started pumping up, we'll pump, and then we'll pump, and then we'll have that consolidation, get more momentum, we'll pump again and get more go into consolidation again to get more momentum. But obviously, because of the psychological level that we just broke, and obviously we are coming back in, but we still have, and that's why I was talking about this area here, that appears on our weekly, that might actually the market come and collect all this liquidity that is lying around here, because at the moment we had a fair value gap in this, and for me, seeing the market resting in it so comfortably is an indication for me, and it's an indication that the market might want to just go down again a little bit. Not sure if that will happen, but it's sitting normally when it hits into a fair value gap, as you can see, like this one was created here. When it came to hit in, you see the rejection, but then we see this whole candle coming and just reject a little bit, and now it looks like for the past 2 days the market is consolidating in this area over here, which for me is not a good sign, because obviously we have a huge mountain to pass here. That might be the consolidation that would want to come through, so that it come and hit this fair value gap here, or maybe just hit the fair value area here, and then we see the upside again. But on the good side of things, although this candle is so huge, it's so long, yet this candlestick could not form a fair value gap, and that is a good indication that the momentum is still to the upside. there's still a lot of volume going to the upside, because this candle came, it was supposed to have formed a fair value gap of any sort, because it's so, like as you can see, this one here, it was so nice and long that it ended up basically forming a fair value area here. But this one definitely didn't create anything. And now the market is sort of consolidating. I'm thinking either that area there, or maybe just a bit below it down here, and then we'll see the retracement, or maybe never again, or maybe not even, maybe it might not even come into this area again. But yeah, we are yet to see what is going to happen in the next 2 days. With all the so this is 4H. Yeah, we see a little bit of fair value gaps basically being created to the downside. So again, on 4H sort of giving you, we have one there untapped. We have this one, we had this one here. This one was tapped, and then the market flashed. And yeah, right now we basically, this reverse was basically because we hit this fair value area over here. So I'm not sure how far that will go, because this one's already tapped, so it's no longer valid for us to say the market might want to go and tap in there again. It's no longer valid. So the only thing that I see is that swing high there. Let's swing high maybe, and then we flash again to the bottom. But yeah, we'll see how the next 2 days will give us. As for me, obviously the retracement is necessary, and also the retracement must happen, because obviously the market needs to look for more momentum and liquidity to be able to keep pushing up. So that must happen definitely. But yeah, other than that, it's definitely a tradable market. We can trade whether the market is going down or going up, which is a good thing. So let me hear your views. What are you seeing? What are you seeing at this market? For me, we might be seeing a retracement this week, and then obviously after next week we might pump up again a little bit, and then we might enter into a consolidation for some time, and then yeah, the market can take off again. So that's it for this week, the 25th of May, and see you again.